Hey, it's Cobra here at MaddenGuides.com, and for this edition of the 2-minute drill, we're going to take a look at a man press beater attacking cover 0 and cover 1 coverages. And the name of the play that we're going to use for this breakdown happens to be this play right here, which is called pistol bunch tight end verticals. In this particular play, you're only going to find this one out of 2 playbooks. I'll go ahead and show you those 2 playbooks right here as you look at your screen. And that's the Buccaneers and the run and gun playbook. So what I want to do is get right into this breakdown, and I'm going to show you how effective this particular play is against cover 0 and cover 1 coverage. Here's what the pistol bunch tight end verticals plays looks like once we get onto the field here. And as you look at it, you can look at the 3 receivers to your left. Now they're all bunched up. So those are those 3 receivers right there. Now each one of those routes are pretty nice routes. The one that I really like is this route right here, the wheel route that's ran by the outside receiver. And then of course this route right here, which is that crosser right there, that's real nice as far as going across the field. Both those routes are pretty nice as far as attacking man coverage. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and show you the defense that we're going to run this one. It's a cover 1 defense. As you look at it, you can see you got a deep defender playing the deep middle right there. And then you also got another defender playing the hook zone underneath. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and run this play, and I want to show you how effective this particular route is. That's that wheel route right here that I like about this particular route because it's unbumpable. It cannot be jammed at the line of scrimmage. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. The only thing I will tell you is you do have to manually catch for this to really be effective. As long as you do right there what I show on your screen what I'm showing on the screen right there, then this route is pretty darn effective. If you don't manually catch this, then there's a chance it could get picked off. Hell, you might even still get picked off even if you don't manually catch it. But for the most part, you should be able to do pretty consistently with that as far as what that route is concerned. So let's go back into instant replay. I'm just going to walk you through it. And as you look, let's go ahead and just zoom in over here towards the left. And we'll go ahead and zoom in on that route. I want you guys just take a look at that. See right there how he doesn't get jammed at the line of scrimmage. He gets off the line of scrimmage pretty clean. He doesn't get jammed at all. So that's pretty nice with that as far as that route's concerned. So as we continue to run through this play, all I'm doing is just waiting for him to get up the field. And a lot of times once he gets there, I'm going to go zoom back in again. You can look at this defender and see how he's kind of, if you look at it, he's kind of starting to run right in front of him a little bit as you look at it. So, which makes this route pretty effective because once you throw this ball, what I'm going to do is I'm throwing this. I'm going to zoom back out here. And once I throw the ball here, what I want to do is I want to take control of him. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him to the inside in here and make that catch. So I'm going to be kind of bringing him to the inside as you see this. And then right there, I can make that catch. I'm pretty consistent with that as far as making that grab with that. And it's pretty consistent. Now, the other thing you can do here, let's go back out of instant replay. And that was just a normal pass. I didn't throw a high bullet pass or anything like that. But something else you can do is you can throw a high bullet pass as well if you want and make that grab. So it's pretty consistently doing it that way. So both ways, depending on how comfortable you are with, as far as throwing the high passes and user control of a receiver will determine how you want to go about that. But you can see right there if you want to go ahead and get that kind of that rocket catch or jetpack animation. I guess actually this is more of a jetpack, but if you want to get that type of animation right there, you can do that like that. So just make sure you go ahead and throw a high bullet pass to him, and you should be able to get some pretty consistency with that as far as with that route. Now, I'm going to go ahead and keep going through this against this cover 1 defense. The other receiver that you can look to throw to, and I've already mentioned it to you, it's going to be this receiver lined up right here who's running that deep crossing route. A lot of times he's going to draw some attention, especially if it's opponent. If you're playing against a human, I guarantee it, they're going to probably try to guard that. And if that's the case, then you know you got that outside receiver. The other route that I like on here is I'm going to go ahead and talk about this route here by the tight end. Now he has an option here where as you look at it, what he can do is he can go up here and he can curl back, or he can break to the outside. I will tell you this, against man coverage, 9 out of 10 times he's going to break to the outside. And if he does break out to the outside, you know it's man coverage. That's post snap. So if you're having a hard time reading pre-snap, then you can use that as a post-snap read and be able to tell it's man coverage. So let me tell you something else. Speaking of that, as far as your pre-reads, if you look over here and you look at these three defenders lined up across from those three receivers, especially in a nickel coverage, and that's going to tell you it's man. If it's only two receivers, let me go ahead and do this real quick and go into a zone defense. And there you can see right there, as you look at it, even if I could call, I'll just go ahead and call press coverage with the zone. Again, now you only got two defenders that are lined up, and this is going to tell you it's zone. So that would be your pre-read. If you're still having a hard time, you can go post-snap and look at that tight end. If he breaks to the outside, then you know it's man coverage. So that's another way of reading this for the most part. So I just want to point that out to you. That should kind of tip it off to you as far as with that. So against coverage zero, against cover one coverage, this is pretty darn effective as far as attacking that type of coverage. So let's go ahead and take a look at cover zero, because I want to show that to you as well. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at cover zero coverage. Here's the defense again. I believe this one will be over 𝗠𝗱𝗆𝗍𝗍. I think that's the one I'm running here. But anyway, it's a cover zero defense as you see on your screen. And with this one, the problem with this would be this. If they've got a nice, quick, enhanced, or nano type blitz, you may not have enough time to throw to anybody. So you may have to go max protect. Let's go ahead and just run it as is, though. And I'll just still show you what will happen here. You still should be able to get this off for the most part and just manually catch it just like I did there. And you should be able to beat that for the most part because he's not going to get pressed. Now, if they've got some enhanced version of this blitz, then that might be a whole different story. Here, we'll go ahead and do the high catch here and try to do that right there when we get into the end zone. So at any rate, this play works pretty nicely against that type of coverage. Now, if you want to go max protect, which is what I'm going to do, just simply go max protect, and then you can do the same thing here and have a little more time and just manually catch it that way. So this play can be pretty effective against that. Just remember that you don't have that tight end breaking to the outside and giving you that outside option and not be able to tell you if it's man or zone coverage. But if you look at this pre-snap, if you look at these guys right here, this should tell you right off the bat that that's man coverage. You see something like that, that's probably going to be man coverage. So just kind of watch that, and that should determine if it's man or zone before the snap. So let's go ahead and run it just one more time. Again, we'll go ahead and go with this right here, and just go max protect, and then run it like that. So you can pretty much see I was able to catch it pretty much every single time with this particular route right there, because it isn't unbumpable. You have to go ahead and use your catch. So hopefully this particular play, guys, will give you an opportunity for a play that you can run from this particular formation. Now, I will tell you this. It's only in those two playbooks I've already mentioned, the Buccaneers and the run and gun. So for some of you guys, you may not want to run this play because you only find it in two playbooks, but it's certainly something worth taking a look at, and a play that I wanted to showcase here in the 2-minute drill. So if you're looking for a fast play, just, quick snap, get up to the line of scrimmage and snap it, this would be a play to consider running. Hey, it's Cobra here at MaddenGuides.com. I want to go ahead and show you a Madden tool that we have on the MaddenGuides.com that we had forever. As far as every single year, we always put it out, and it's called the Play Finder tool. So let's go ahead and just take a look at it here. You just go ahead and click on the link right there. It says Madden Tools, and you just got to scroll down here where it says Madden NFL 23 Play Finder. And from there, it's going to bring up a search section where you can go ahead and search for a particular play. For example, say we want to find a single back bunch, X nasty, play action, deep cross. Pretty simple to do. All you got to do is just go ahead and type in the words single back. Now make sure you do a space in between each word. So we're going to go bunch, space again. We'll go ahead and add the word X, space, and then we just need to add the word nasty. And then we'll go ahead and add play action, deep cross. And as you look at it, it's going to go ahead and show the two playbooks for this particular play that you'll find it in. So that's how easy it is with this as far as going ahead and looking for plays here on the Play Finder. Very, very simple. If you want to just go ahead and refresh, let's go ahead and refresh here. And let's go ahead and look for another play here. Let's do a defensive play this time. Let's go ahead and do the nickel 3-3 Cubs Sam Will blitz. Let's go ahead and just type that out. And just make sure you always got to make sure you have the space in between each word. And as long as you do that, you should be good. You cannot have two spaces in between each word. Otherwise, it will not work. So just keep that in mind as you do this. But you can see right here, as I go through it, it's populating the database. And there we go again. We find all the particular plays, books that have this particular play in it. And there are several playbooks here to actually have this play. So pretty simple tool to use. If you're looking for a tool that's going to allow you to find plays real quick, especially if you're on your phone, out and go, and you just want to get right on into it. This play finder right here for Madden NFL 23 is a great tool to go ahead and use. So again, I appreciate you guys watching this video breakdown.